Hey guys, it's Tin Man. Little lookout spot that I haven't been to for weeks and weeks, maybe months. Gives me a good reading on where I have confirmation and different things like that. Also, we get the good lookout of our, this is what my town is named after, is Mission Hills. It's a monastery of sorts. What I like to talk about is I like to talk about that group of trees. I think I counted out once 11 trees or something. Amongst all the other trees that are going along on the ridge that you get to see a really good view of. You know, the ones down in there and such, you can have some pinpointers that you want to use as reference, growing reference. But this is a really good way to calculate and start to understand these beings that we're all looking for information on, or whatever it is. But this is a good way to get a type of confirmation and stuff on what's going on. And yeah, so what I tell people is that they're farmers of the lands. They're caretakers of the lands. They're landscapers of the lands. You know, so if you can relate just in your own mind at all with, yeah, I've noticed some land, you know, like some bank caving in, or excessive tree growth, or new tree growth where there was nobody came in there and planted anything, you thought, and so on and so forth. You know, just a way a tree might be thinning out, or it's got this new growth up on top, or anything like that. Those are the trees, because they stand out to you. You want to maybe give it a second thought or two and keep it as a reference. You hear that little bark we just had? Anyways, so when I say that kind of stuff, I'm always referencing for us just to be aware of it. I myself already am putting it into their category as that it's going to be them. I can tell it was close enough, and I heard it well enough that it's very local, and I know what the dogs are like around here. Unless these people up on my right have turned around and gotten a dog that I'm unaware of, then, because like I said, I haven't been here for probably a couple of months or something, so back to the point of those trees. On this video, I'm going to have a where you can look at other videos at other times. You look in the date there, and you'll see how those trees have, what did I count? Let's do a count here. So I'm going to start from the top, going down kind of. So I'm going to start at that one that's kind of right there, kind of centered on its own. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can see how I probably did have around 11 counted last time or something. Not to say that all of a sudden there's a different, like it wasn't an inaccurate count. It's not an accurate count, let's just put it that way. It was just a reference I think I had. So looking over there, that's the American side over there, like far, far over there, like, let's say as the crow flies, probably a couple of hours. For a crow. If it was us driving, as the crow flies, if we could just drive straight to there driving, you know, it's less than an hour. So yeah, I'm in the mountains. I want people to realize that I'm always in the mountains. There's a lot that goes on. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of information that you're just not getting. You just don't know. That's where we maybe have some looky loos. I haven't even thought about looking for any looky loos. That's where I am sitting in my car, but I did calculate the noise coming from that way. But there's a chance that I had noise blockage and it actually came from around the front. But now that it's completely stopped and stuff, I'm speculating that it is still our guys and they're somewhere down in here. They do move around in the day, there's no problem. Hopefully the wind's not bothering you. They do move around in the day. Oh, there we go. Because if you want to get to the farm, do we get the farmhouses in that picture back in there? Can you see anything? Because the actual farmhouses, what's that over there? Looks like a barn or something. And then we got those ones that are down here. But none of the barking is coming from that direction. See, even though I feel that strong, that I believe it's them, they're down somewhere in here, doing some barking around. It sounds like, yeah, I think it's coming from way off to the left. But it was very faint for my hearing. Zoom down there, guys, and it's not a bad picture. I have my head inside my car, so I'm hearing the noise different now. What if we do this a bit, eh? Gives us a little different light now. People want me to still mark the spots and stuff. No, I know what I know. You know, they're all over the place. There's a lot of them. The number's probably in the trillions. At least trillion. And if you don't get that, that's fine. There's a lot of people who are getting it more and more. There's people who comment on my video. Christine's been doing some really nice comments lately where she's really tapped into just some of my references of looking at more. And she goes there to that. She starts exploring some of that stuff because she's a researcher. She's not just a looky-loo. And she gets it. She understands that, wow, there is a whole bunch of stuff going on here that I get to open up to now. That's where her mind gets to go. She thanked me for it. I felt great for that. I feel exhilarated for that. If I don't, you know, it's hard on me if I'm not getting many people are connecting, because that's why I'm here. I'm not here. I'm not making any freaking money, guys. I made $117 last month. And like some researchers say as well, I don't make anything. But then there's some who are doing false stuff out there, and they are making a lot. Point is, I got some real legit stuff. I do want to put it out there. I am putting it to some degree out there, but I could be doing way better, enlightening way more people, but I have no budget to be able to expand, and no, I will not get around to asking people for money. I might as well realize that that's part of who I am, that I just can't go to that Patreon or whatever it is and start asking for a bunch of coin. Not to say that I wouldn't accept coin. You know, if coin knocked on my door and said, hey, I'd like to help subsidize your research and such, then I would be okay, let's talk. But if it's, yeah, this other way, I don't know, I just feel like that spread my owner, like if I partner up, I will feel the partnership. I will have to somehow pay attention to that partnership and give to the partnership. And that's the same way that another Gittenberg's going all over. Sorry, but my arm was really... What if I do this? Part of the thing is, too, I also understand the landscape in here. There's a little valley there. So, in reality, if it was the dog, his bark is coming from back in there, through... Oh yeah, there we go. I think we see a part of a blue building. Not that silver thing, but the blue building back there. It might be part of the farm. So that might be a dog there. Previously, I say no. But oh, now all of a sudden he's sharpening it up and making it louder. So, and that's part of the changes that you'll hear is when you change your attitude towards it, they might change their attitude because they might realize, oh, I'm losing his attention, or whatever they feel. You know, I'm not going on saying that I understand that part of it. But they do have attitude, they do have personality, they do have feelings. He's coming out pretty clear there now. Yeah. I don't think that's a dog. I want to check it out. Three bald eagles, I think. So that's what I see in their curvature and flight and stuff. There's another one off to the left here, hammering out some voice. Doing some hunting. Disappear too, okay. Peace out from Tin Man, guys.